But when I have the fans of the show, just the fans of the show have their own page, I'm barely getting, you know, you can count it on your hands and your feet. Now, why are less people signing up for that than signing up for just the fans of me? Because my fans might be fans of me, but they're not fans of the show, lady. Who's killing it?
Do you feel like I'm dragging you down?
I don't know. But these people are clearly making a statement. There are 80-something people that are fans of mine that will not join this page. So I don't know. It gives me thoughts that maybe, you know, they're not interested in hearing from you. What do you think about that, lady?
I couldn't care less.
No, but the truth is, if you did a fan page, to be scientific, if you did a fan page of yourself on Facebook, you would see the same kind of thing. They'd be like, I don't want to get near that show thing that he's doing with that crazy rabbi. So it's like, you know. Yeah. But here's the flip side of this. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. There are people who like the show because we're both in it. Mm-hmm. And if I did a show on my own, I would have, let's say, X amount of people.
Right.
And when you do a show on your own, you have Y. Yeah. But there's people that when we do our shows together, it's going to be X plus Y plus N. Right. There's people who will watch the show just because it's both of us. They like that chemistry. They like the fact that we have no chemistry.
Right.
They like that. Right. That what do you call protagonist?
Antagonistic.
Yeah, and they like that. So yeah, so that's where we're at. All right, so I wanted to get that out.
D-Medic says that he's been using wearing my sunglasses at night technique, and it actually works. The computer screens don't keep his brain wired. So, folks, if you have a hard time sleeping at night and you're on the computer or you're watching TV at night, just wear sunglasses, because the computer screen, TV screen, will like alert your circadian rhythm and trip it up and make it feel like it's daylight. So if you can't, ideally, you know, no computer, no TV late at night. But if you need to be on the computer or to use the TV, then put on those sunglasses.
What are you afraid of if you watch it without sunglasses? Let's say what?
Well, it'll just activate your circadian rhythm and makes it feel like it's daylight outside.
And then what will happen?
Then you'll have a harder time sleeping.
But I have no problem falling asleep ever. You know why?
Why?
Because I masturbate right before I go to bed.
Chas v'shalom.
And I just fall right asleep. 60 seconds, I'm out. I'm out. You know, it's like I almost want to start up my own commercials. You know, and it's like, do you have problems falling asleep? You know, have you tried different medications and they failed you? Well, then all you have to do now is read my book, and you know, send your money to me, read my book, and I'll write like a 2-page book. Here's what you do. Here's all you have to do. You like download porn, right? And then like you take care of yourself, and then you go to bed, and then that's it. And I'll charge them $15.
We have like a lot of hamstring humpers in our viewership, and like people are having a hard time achieving a satisfactory release that way. What would you advise them to have a more satisfactory onanistic experience?
Which gender are they?
Male.
They should not be watching our show. That's just disgusting. Stop watching our show.
Yeah, you definitely should consult your doctor, folks, before beginning a porn regimen. Like, so many people just plunge into it willy-nilly, and they just get all messed up, and they get heart attacks.
Yeah, you know what? Last week you were mentioning that you were on the Vitra.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself after that, and I was thinking, you know, what would happen if, like they always say, like if you sustained an erection for 4 hours or more, right? You consult your doctor, go to a medical professional. Well, I don't have a doctor I can go to. I go to county hospital, right? So I would have to go to county hospital. Now here's the fun part. I would walk in and they'd go, okay, what is your problem? I'd go to emergency room. And I would say, well, I've had an erection for over 4 hours, right? And they go, well, good, here's what you're going to do. Sit here in the waiting room for another 8, because that's what's going to happen at county, right? And then if you still have it, then we'll see. You know, then an attractive black woman will come in and, you know, try to stroke you off and see.
That's so shallow.
No, I'm just saying, you know, because that's my health plan I'm at right now. At a county health plan, that's what they do. They stick you in the waiting room for 8 hours. and that's a 12 hours, and if you still have an erection at that point, then the black doctor chick comes out and,
Now, Gregor has hurt himself from over masturbating. What do you advise?
Keep that to yourself. That's what I advise. Nobody wants to hear that. What's the matter with you?
This has to be the creepiest 5 minutes of the show. My parents don't watch this.
They may be at this point. You've been thinking about that a lot lately. Alright, so, yeah, that's my health plan.
So what's going on with your bad wrist and your...
No, before we get to that, let's talk about something really important.
Okay.
This cricket is driving everybody up the wall, okay? Because, can you hear it, folks? Do you hear it? It sounds like Levy's computer is, like, making a noise. It's like, ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga. And this click is going to go through the entire show. We were here 2 weeks ago, and I made a clip. We did that Santa Monica, I went off on the Santa Monica circumcision ban thing, and I went off on it, and people said to me, okay...
What do you think the cricket is?
They were like, what the fuck is that noise? And I was like, it's a cricket, and they're like, oh, okay. And so I complained to you, and I said, Levy, I complained, I said, everybody's complaining about the fucking cricket noise in the background, it's really distracting. And you were like, okay, well, come over next time we do it, and you're welcome to kill it. And I said, okay, I'll come over at 6:30 rather than 7, and I'll come armed with, like, a raid can and a fly swatter, and I'll kill the motherfucker, right? And so I said, Levy, I'll be there at 6:30 Monday night. And he goes, oh, no, I don't want you in my house. Come at 7. So here we are, folks. I made the offer. I was ready to kill this little son of a bitch, and Levy likes it. You're in here 24/7, aren't you? With this fucking cricket in here. How do you stand it? It would drive me out of my head. I would kill it within 10 minutes.
Where is it? Go find it. Where do you think it is?
Oh, is that your beef? You don't know where it is?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
It's hiding behind the fridge.
So what do I do about that?
Pull out the fridge and start spraying in there.
Oh, basement.
I would have it out there by the end of the night. I would not be able to go to bed with that thing. Even if I masturbated 12 times, I couldn't fall asleep with that fucking cricket with all that noise. I'm serious.
D-Medic's been achieving victory on that score on my video.
What score on... What are you talking about?
Achieving ecstatic release. He's been achieving victory on my videos.
I have no idea what
That's why he sends money. He's like hopeful that he'll get to on the YouTube comments. Oh, okay, that's good.
This is an extension from last week, because last week I gave you a hard time. I always have to give you a hard time on one thing every week.
Yeah.
This week it's the fucking cricket, because it's driving me nuts. Last week it was that you wouldn't delete the anti-Semites from your page, right?
Right.
So, from your YouTube page.
Right.
So we talked about that, and D-Medic, I didn't say anything or anything. On his own, he went out, and I guess he checked it out, and then he went and he started fighting against all those people. And he came back wounded and bloodied, and he was like, fuck it, these people are a bunch of lunatics, I don't want to deal with them anymore. And I asked him, I said, hey, was Levy right or wrong to, like,
leave them on there?
You leave them on there, and I think he took the position, if I remember correctly, that he said, just leave them on there, or something like that. Or something. No. That's not what he said. He took my side. It's like the freedom of speech thing. Let me fix your color. The freedom of speech thing only extends as far as my front wall of my house. You have freedom of speech, right, in this country, right? But you don't have the right to come onto my front lawn with a spray paint and do graffiti, vandalize my property with your graffiti and your filth to make a statement on my front wall. And then when I go out and clean it off, right, that's not called a censorship. That's called, you just fucked up my property, right? You vandalized, you trespassed, you did a crime. It's no different when they come onto your YouTube. You're not required to keep that shit there. They print a swastika on your house, or they write some bullshit. Block the lunatic. Read what he says. So that's
okay. So
Yeah, and it's the fact that they're anonymous. That's what he's right. They're like